In this video, you will understand how the administrator or a privileged employee can collect and process student fees. The employee should be given the privileges of fee submission and reward transaction to be able to perform these actions. When processing and collecting student fees, the administrator or the privileged employee can create full or partial fee payment transactions. Also, if required, they can create instant fee particulars and fee discounts. After a student's fees is collected and processed, the student and the parent or the guardian set as the emergency contact will receive an SMS notification with the payment details. And at the end of a fee payment period, the list of student fee defaulters can be tracked by the administrator or the privileged employee. If any fee amount must be refunded to the students, the administrator or the privileged employee can set up a refund rule and refund the same amount. Let us see how we can perform the same in Fedena. We can go to Administration, Finance. Inside Fees, we can check this link of fee submission or collection of fees. Before we start collecting this fee, please ensure that the master fee category is set up. You have scheduled the start and end dates of the fee collection, and you have done the fee receipt settings. All these three are separate videos which you can have a look in before you start collecting the fee submission. Now, in this video, let us focus on how we can collect the fees. As an administrator or a privileged employee, there are three methods in which you can collect the fees. The first one is by selecting each batch. Other one is searching for a student and collecting the full amount from the student. And the third one is searching the student and collecting the fees based on the particulars of the students, which can be full particular payments or partial particular payments. In any of these, you can perform partial payment or full payment and apply discounts or instant particulars. Let's see the first method, which is fee submission by batch. You can select the batch here for which you want to collect the fees. And you will see that the fee collection, all types of fee collections will appear here, which can be the master fees that we've already set up in fees, the transport fees that we have set up in the transport module in Fedena, hostel fees that we have set up in the hostel module in Fedena. You can collect by selecting the type of the fee that you want to collect for in this batch. Let's see the example of academic fee. All the list of the student in this batch will appear here. You can select the student as well from here or scroll from this option. You will observe here that for each student, you will get the details like this. You will be able to see the particulars inside the academic fee that we have selected. You can see discounts or fines, if any, applicable to this student that you might have already set up. You can add instant particulars here. For example, let's say the student is paying for the uniform that he has bought. So here we can add instant particular and we can add instant discount as well. Here we can select the payment mode here, which can be cash, online payment, check, demand draft or others. So depending on how the guardian or the student or the parent is paying you the fees amount, you can select the type of the payment mode here. After selecting the payment mode, you can also mention the number, the reference number, using which you will be able to search this later on. Here you can mention the payment date, which can be the current date or any previous dates as well. So here you can mention the payment note as well. Let's say paid by guardian. The fee amount can be full amount or partial amount that you want to collect. Let's say in this case it is partial amount, and you can click on pay fees. You will see that it appears in payment history for the student. So here it shows the details. You can see the receipt number that it has generated. the payment mode with the reference number, and the note, the cashier who has collected the fees, which can be an administrator or the privileged employee, and the amount that is collected. This can be printed. You can get a PDF of it, and also you can revert this transaction in case it is done by mistake. So let's revert this transaction. So here you can revert it. You will check that the amount is reverted back and the history is deleted. Although you will be able to see all the reverted transactions in a separate section, which you will find under finance, under transactions. So here now we can collect the fee amount. Let us say in this case it is the full amount, and here we can check the receipt as well, which we can get by clicking on this option of PDF. We can see all the details, and this receipt can be submitted to the student by taking a printout of the same. Based on the settings, the printer settings that you have done, the receipt will appear. Now here we can collect the same amount by scrolling to the next student as well. So here we can select the students and we can collect the amounts from them. This is how you will be able to collect the normal fee. Then you have transport fee. So based on the transportation settings that you have done, the amount that you have set, the same will appear here. And again, the same way you can collect the fees of the transport from the student. And in the similar way, the third one, which is the hostel fee. So if the student is allocated hostel and you have scheduled the hostel fee payment for the month, you will be able to collect the fee amount. For each of these, you will be able to print the receipt. So like this, you will be able to select each batch here, search for the student and collect the fee from that student. This is one of the ways in which you will be able to collect the fee as an administrator or a privileged employee. Another way that you have here is by selecting the student. So here we will be able to select the student. So here we will select the batch first. So if you see, I will go to grade 4 batch and I'll be able to see this list of the students that I have here. You can do the collection wise. It means based on the installments or the fee collections that you have scheduled, or you can collect the full payment amount from the student. So let's see both the ways. Let's see first, which is collection wise. So here I will select on collection wise, and you will be able to select the fee, and you can see the same appears, the same receipt appears that we were able to see when we checked batch wise collection. Just that the way of navigating is different here. Here you search the student first and then you select how you want to do the fee collection. So here, in case it is more than one fee collection that you have created, you'll be able to select that fee structure and the same will appear here and you'll be able to collect that fee amount. So this is how you will be able to collect the collection wise fee. The other one that we see here is for the pay all fees. That denotes that all the fees of a student, which can be the normal fees, the transport fees, as well as the hostel fees. So here I'll be selecting, let's say, the student who is Benjamin. So here I'll select pay all fees, and you will see that for this student it shows the transport fee, hostel fee, and it also shows the academic fee, which we've already collected. So that is the reason it does not appear here. If this fee is not collected, it will appear here as well. Here you can collect this fees, or you can take partial payment if you want to for transport. Similarly for hostel, if partial payment is applicable, that can be taken. The amount will appear. Again, the payment mode can be selected, the reference number can be given, and the payment note can be given. So here you can see that it shows the receipts are generated for the two collections, which are for transport as well as for hostel. And you can print the receipt by clicking on print receipt. It will show you the details about the receipt, which is both the receipts number 22 and 23. One is for hostel, another one is for transport. Again, this is appearing as per the printer settings that you have done. You can select the same for another student if you want to search for. For example, if I want to search for a student called Robert, so I will search here like this, and the details about the student will appear, and I'll be able to collect that fee from the student. So this is how the pay all fee and the collection wise fee payment options will be shown here. Now the third option that we have is particular wise fee payment. So here you can search for the student like this, and you can select the fee collection for the student, and each particular will appear, and you can do this collection based on the particular. If you want to take the full particular amount, you can put that in here. If you want to apply a discount on a particular, you will be able to do like this, add discount. So this is on a particular now. You are putting some discount on the particular, and then similarly you can complete it for other particulars, and then you will see the total amount also appearing here. So this student, we have given a discount of 30. Already there was a discount of 280. That is why the total applicable discount it shows is 250. So here you also see that the total discount is 280, which has to be applied to one of these particulars. We have applied 30 as a discount. So let's apply, which is the remaining amount, which is 250 as well, to another particular. So the discount that you have already should be distributed amongst the particulars that you have, or in any one of the particulars. So I have distributed it here, 250 and 30. Now if you see, the amount to pay shows 0, and the total amount is appearing here. Again, the payment mode can be selected. You can give a reference number here for later reference, and you can collect this fee. You can print the receipt. So here again, based on the printer settings, it will show you the details about this receipt, the collection that you have done for each particular. So this is particular wise fee collection, where you search the student and you collect the fees. So we have seen three ways of collection of fees, which is by the batch, where you select a batch and then select the student, and the type of the fees for the student which you want to take, which can be academic, transport and hostel. Then we have seen fee submission for each student, where you select a batch and you get the list of students, and you will be able to collect the full fee for them, which can be transport, hostel, academic, all in one go. Or you will be able to select the type of the collection, like academic collection, installment 1, installment 2, and so on, and collect the fees from them. And the third one is particular wise payment, where you search for a student and put in the amount for each particular, which can be having some discount, or maybe partial payment of a particular, or full payment of a particular. So this is how, as an administrator or as an employee with privileges, you will be able to collect the fees. In the next video, you will see how, as a student or as a guardian, if you have online payment enabled, that student or a guardian will be able to submit the fees using Fedena.